The official opposition in the country, the Democratic Alliance, says it wants to end what it calls race-based policies. The DA is of the view that if the nation wishes to create an economically inclusive and non-racial South Africa, it must address inequalities of opportunity. The opposition party says policies such as BEE have done nothing to empower the majority of black South Africans. DA leader John Steenhuisen, who is running for a second term, has previously expressed his stance on race-based policies.
Many of the inequalities that we still sit with in South Africa, racial, spatial, and economic, are precisely born out of the fact that this government remains obsessed with racial classification. It's kind of like taking poison to try and cure yourself of other poisoning.
The 35-page policy, which the DA terms as its plan for South Africa to beat the past and build the future, seeks to create, quote-unquote, a just society in which economic opportunities are available to all. Some political analysts are not convinced of the DA's policy proposition.
If you go through the executive summary of this economic justice policy, you find that the DA is at odds, trying to paint itself as a liberal party, but in reality, it is this party that is leaning much to the right. It's got right-wing tendencies that it's showing in reality with most South Africans. And now when you read the document, you fail to reconcile what they are saying in the document with what they are doing in the Western Cape.
Maphanga argues that in such an unequal society, this economic justice policy needs to be revised.
You have this economic justice policy talks a whole lot of hogwash about how we're having an unequal society, and yet you come to this second chapter, which is the last chapter of this policy, and then you're saying, let's scrap this one policy that talks about how we seek to redress equality in terms of opportunity.
Just over 2,000 delegates are expected to gather at Gallagher Estate in Midrand for the DA's Congress this weekend. Canny, Maphanga, SABC News, Johannesburg.